Welcome to the DK. Here's as you know what we talking about. Welcome to the DK. Here's that's what we gonna run our mouth. Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know none of these people. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinions, predictions on what I think I see and know and hear. And I want you to do the same down in the comment section. So don't take everything too seriously, but only with a grain of salt, because you know we be shoving it up in this kitchen. And welcome, glad to have you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been here a couple of times, we'd love to have you in the fam bam. What's up, y'all? Happy Easter. So apparently, speculations were in order. If y'all don't know, when Chloe and Halle came out, I saw them on YouTube originally, and they were so vocalistic. They had so many vocals, and the fact that they got with Beyonce, it kind of made me wonder, like, did they know Beyonce, or are they related, or anything? Because they do give you a little Beyonce vibe. You don't know, And Beyonce did take them under her wings, okay? But, I mean, they may not be related, but they definitely have a vibe that they have something in common, whether it's the vocals to somewhat of the same complexion or look. But they're a shallow, but it's just like, I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't put too much past anything and anybody any day. So Chloe was on the Jimmy Fallon show, I believe, and he posted this picture, and it was like a whole video reel. I just took this picture from it, and he had mentioned the fact that he remember seeing this picture with Chloe and Beyonce, and this lets you know, like, they look pretty close, right? They look like family almost, you know what I'm saying? So I guess, if you are close to Beyonce or you are fan with Beyonce, like most artists, you're not going to come out and say, oh yeah, Beyonce put me on, or I'm here because of Beyonce. But Beyonce is one of the hottest chicks in the game, lyrically, physically, mentally. She's that chick. Let's be clear. And so for people to speculate that she's cool with Chloe and Halle, well, you might not want to play with them. Play with them for real, like I said, and it makes more sense. Now you may be like, it's just a picture, but you have to admit that picture was kind of close. Like, Beyonce knelt down. Beyonce kind of had her in her lap like the Easter bunny. They were smiling, and their smiles look very similar around the mouth, the face area. I don't know why I see some kind of resemblance. I don't know what the resemblance is, but I see some kind of family feature. But they may not be related. But I know that's like far-fetched. You're probably like, what are you trying to get at? Like, come on, stop. But give me a second. Okay, so if you don't know, they really do seem like they're used to the game, if that makes sense. Like, they're not new to it. It's kind of true. Like, they kind of just blossom into it. Like, the way they dress, or their hair done, makeup. True enough, a lot of people say, okay, Beyonce took them under their wing. Yeah, I get that, because when you do have an artist, you do make sure they're good, they're taken care of. But at the same time, it's like, how many artists do you know Beyonce took under her wing? You know what I'm saying? Because Beyonce is very private with her life, her inner circle, and everything like that. And then when the whole DDG fiasco came about, like, people clown DDG to filth, but at the same time, it's like, sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So for her to solidify both of these women, and they're doing very good, and Beyonce kind of took a seat back, and they're doing their singing career thing, doing music and everything like that, and definitely giving Beyonce vibe. And a lot of people said that they were like mini versions of her, if that makes sense. So if many versions usually come from somebody who's family, but not saying that they're family. I'm just saying it does make sense. And even if they were family, people that's in the industry claim people to be family who sometimes are not family. And people who are family, sometimes they claim that they're not family. And that's just what it is. When you got money, you can pay Peter to pay Paul and tell the story that you want to tell. And great minds will probably never know, because, it's not really nobody's business. But yeah, they could be related, or have some kind of connection. And the reason I said connection is because I don't even know if Chloe was expecting that picture to come out. And it's so funny. I think I remember seeing that picture somewhere. That's the crazy part. I don't know if she was an actor in her younger days or what, if she was on the movie screen or what. But I remember a little girl looking like that, but I didn't know it was Chloe. I remember a little girl. It seems as if I remember a girl looking like that, but I didn't know it was Chloe. And she goes on to tell a story to Jimmy Fallon. She was really giving a lot of tea, baby. So I don't know. She may get scoundreled later by some higher ups. Like, you got to shut your mouth on certain stuff, or they may retract some stuff. I'm not sure. But she was basically saying that she was at a rap party with Beyonce. So I was like, what? And it started off by getting into this conversation was the fact that she had got her hair stuck on Beyonce's dress, and Ben Fallon was like, or whatever his name is, Mr. Fallon was like, oh, so she was cool with that? And she's like, yeah, she was tripping. And they always say Beyonce, she's kind of like particular. She likes to So if your dress he be getting snagged by a little girl and you got a sequins dress on, friendly is usually not the word. But I mean, we know kids will be kids, but at the same time, it's like, get your kids, I'm Beyonce. So for you to feel comfortable enough to have your little child run around Beyonce and stuff, and then she ended up sitting on Beyonce's lap or whatever, it's like maybe y'all cooler than most people know, if that makes sense. But at the same time, she said she was just running around. So I'm wondering who rap party was she at? And the only rapper that I really know that I seen her really with is Beyonce's husband, which is Jay-Z. And, he hasn't really been popping like that as far as putting out music consistently. So back then, yeah, he was a big time mogul rapper in the game, and that's why he called Beyonce's attention. So if she would have been able to go to Jay-Z party, it gave me the impression that if she wasn't family, because family gets a lot of invites, but if she wasn't family, that means her parents would have been somewhere in the entertainment industry or know people that knew Beyonce to come to her party. Because if you don't know, a lot of people don't get invites to Beyonce and Jay-Z's parties. Allegedly, that's what I heard. So if you're able to pull an invite to a rapper's, quotation mark, rapper's party, because she didn't say what rapper, it's like, who you gotta know? Is it Queen B? And like, what's the tea? You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably will never know that tea. But at the same time, don't play with, because they say people have known in the industry not to play with Beyonce because she got pulled. So if you come for some people that she's really, really, really close with, like a Chloe and a Halle, you may want to think twice about playing with them. And as you know, Beyonce has been around Halle, DDG, Chloe a lot of parties, and that DDG has made it to a lot of people's parties, including being around Beyonce, Cardi B, Jay-Z, Offset. Like, he has really gotten into that industry, So with that being said, maybe that's why, like, his girl got a plug, because you're 5 years old, you at a rapper's party. You obviously are high profile people, like, people either by relation or by friendship or workmanship. And I feel like if you're at a works party, most time they're not going to have the kids there, if that makes sense, right? If it's a work event, most of the time the kids stay home. So the fact that a little girl was there at a party, rapper's party, it seemed as if it could have been like a family reunion, meet with family day, friends day, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at it. All I'm saying is, like, it makes sense. It makes sense why Chloe and Halle got ushered in and taken underneath the wing of Queen B herself, and have ultimately, like, shot up in the industry. Like, Chloe and her have been on shows. Some of them I haven't finished watching, but I need to watch. and they're getting a lot of opportunities. They're plugged in somehow by somebody, some way. And it's obviously started young. So they're used to this. They're not new to this. They're true to this. And their dress is immaculate. Like, they don't go anywhere half stepping. Like, when they go somewhere, their look is put together on 10. And people would think like, okay, that's because Beyonce groomed them. Yeah, but they may also have had experience in other avenues, because apparently they're going and getting invites to parties that I wasn't invited to. You know what I'm saying? And get to crawl on the floor at these parties. You know, she called it a party, but most kids don't go to rappers' parties. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at it, because it was just something put out there, and I don't know all the logistics of it. It just, to me, it's giving me a little bit of alleged tea that, you know, Chloe and Halle are more tapped in than what people originally thought. And here it is, Halle, you know, has a movie coming out that's one of the biggest movies out there. Chloe's music has taken off. She's done music with Future, Chris Brown, a couple artists, and she sounds very, very, very good. And then people that play with her end up going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with her, don't play with her. You know, and even DDG, you know, he had a scare going on, you know, but I think he's working that out. But he might be going, you know. And allegedly, Holly's supposed to be coming out with some music soon. I'm excited about that. You know, then her movie is coming out. I think her movie is coming out first, and then she's going to drop her music. So y'all definitely let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about what I said. Because like I said, there could definitely be no relation. There could definitely be just somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. Or it could be a friend of a friend who was linked in, tied in with Beyonce. And if you don't know, I think they even have headline for Beyonce before. They definitely got the vocals and stuff together. They're well put together young women. And that's all I have to say. It was just a little tea per shade, alleged tea that was spilt recently that I had no idea, because everybody was speculating, oh, Beyonce took these girls in. She showed them the way. She took them under her wing. She basically taught them everything that they know. But nobody ever asked the question of why. Why did she take them under her wing? Why did she teach them everything she knows? And a lot of people out here waiting for Beyonce to take them in, but it's not really going to be like that, because they was crawling under Beyonce dress at 4 or 5 years old, you know? So Beyonce knew them, because they was at the same party as Beyonce. So while you out here wondering Beyonce to take you under her wing, just keep waiting, because it may not happen unless you're locked in like Chloe and Halle. Allegedly, everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only. So, you know, don't hold your breath. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by at His House for your alleged tea, entertainment, and gossip and predictions. And we will definitely have more. So definitely come back and see us. And if you want to be notified, hit that bell and also subscribe, especially if you've been here before. Come back again and again. But subscribe and join the fam band. We'd love to have you. And if you liked anything that was said on today, or even made you laugh, joke, think, ponder, make sure you hit that thumbs up or that like button, especially if you agree or disagree, and comment down below.